There you are, Lori.
Hello. Sorry, I had to do the post show.
No, you're fine. That's cool. I'm waiting for the other computer to stop.
Hello, Lori. How are you?
I'm great, sweetheart. How are you?
Can you mute your mic there?
Hanging in there. Busy, busy time.
Sorry, I had to do the post show.
No, you're fine. That's cool. Waiting for the other computer to stop.
Hello, Lori. How are you?
I'm great, sweetheart. How are you?
Can you mute your mic there?
Hanging in there. Busy, busy time.
Sorry, I had to do the post show.
No, you're fine. That's cool. Waiting for the other to stop.
Hello, Lori. How are you? No feedback.
Is that you, Matt?
Busy, busy time. On.
Wait, could be. No, it's not. Oh, that's mine. Never mind. Oh my God. Okay, so
It's all good, man.
that. I'm gonna do that all over again. Screw it. Hope you guys don't mind if I do that all over again.
Not at all, man. It's your show.
All right, and then we're I want to do some fun stuff tonight. I don't know what.
We could take turns singing a cappella songs. That
Right
would,
on.
I mean,
No.
it's just an idea. Oh, come on, Lori. I know you have a lovely singing voice.
Is that good? Can we see that?
I'm not actually watching the channel. I'm just in chatting on Hangouts.
Lori,
But
can you
we
see
could
that?
ask. They can see it.
Good deal. I can't move my mouse or else it'll go away.
I would love to hear you sing Love Boat Larry.
Oh, no, 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 no.
If you do that, I'll sing some Harry Connick Jr. for you.
There you go. Yeah, every time I see your intro, I love it more and more, Damien.
Oh, it's sick. It's done so well.
I know. Robin did such a good job on it. Love it.
I hope I'm not interrupted by talking right now.
It just brings spice to the show. I love it too. Robin did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I like it better with the bigger screen too. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Maynard After Midnight. My name is Damien Maynard, and I'm coming to you from FEMA Region 4. And I've got Deciduous Falling and Lori out with me. How are you guys tonight?
Doing awesome. Just coming off the Spitfire show, so I'm in rare form.
Right.
Doing well. I was upset to miss the comedy hour. I need some comedy in my life, so.
Oh, please go back and watch it. We had a blast tonight. We really did.
I'm definitely going to.
I keep telling those guys, if I hang out with them any longer, I'm seriously going to need counseling. I'm going to have to see a psychologist.
Especially if they keep showing other people stuff like that, right?
Man, I'm just kind of pissed off that he, you know, first of all, he called my phone number and then says, for me to basically shut up that he wasn't there to talk to me. Look, bitch boy, you're calling my number.
We have a phone number to call.
I do have a number.
Yeah, I have it, actually. Oh, right here. We're going to call...
Don't you love those mixed signals?
I know, seriously.
We're going to call Aaron Wilson.
I mean, it goes along with the whole, you know, you tell me you love me, but every time I untie you, you run away.
I know, right? What happens?
What's wrong with that?
Come on.
Tell me you love me, but every time I untie you, you run away.
Horrible.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Don't run away.
I love you, but go away.
Yeah.
I love you, but go away.
Don't go away.
Welcome to my world.
I know, right? Oh, God.
I could go on and on about that. That's always...
My world, where Goofy truly is king, let me tell you, okay?
We're going to see...
In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
Absolutely.
Somebody tried to call Aaron earlier, and they said that they couldn't get him. But I'm going to try him right now. So we're going to ask him if he talks for Brazil.
I'm sure it's a throwaway number. I'm sure it's probably a Google Voice like mine is. You know, I mean, I'm not worried about giving my number out because I can just change it and not a big deal.
I don't care if anyone does call my phone number.
I know, right?
Yeah, I get people calling my phone number all the time. Like these guys from India called me today and said, "Oh, we're with Windows something or another. Windows support. I'm like, I didn't fucking call you people.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's a big scam. Dave got calls today all day from California from the IRS.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah, saying,
You know, but
saying
you know what I do when I get those calls? I'm like, I'm
this one was saying that he owes them and that they're going to have him arrested and everything. We already know the scam. The scam's been going around for a couple of years, but so.
Right. Well, I tell those people that I'm sending their number to the FBI. So. Yeah.
I've told them that too, actually. Okay.
I always start making funny sounds, and I get random calls. I invite them, and when I start talking about having a taint braid, they usually hang up.
you wanted to.
That's just my strategy
there somewhere, didn't you?
That's funny. He says that's just my strategy. Works for me. I'm keeping it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
I just start acting completely insane on the phone, and they just don't have any foothold, and they usually hang up on me. But sometimes I just answer the phone and use a voice like, "Hello, who is it? I am busy weaving my taint braid." And they don't really know what to do with that. So
they hang up out of sheer shock, I think.
I need help putting cork in.
Funny.
I've woven some bells and whistles and shells into my taint braid. Would you like me to send you a pic? And then usually they're just like, "Wait, you know." If it gets long enough, I will call it a mud flap for you. You know, that sort of thing. It's great to hear you guys laugh. I need some of that.
Oh God! You know, I did Mike's show this morning, and it was kind of a pretty serious show. And I got off with him, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna take just a brief nap, and that was at 2 o'clock, I think, 2ish. Woke up at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm like, whoa, so much for that nap. I'm like, wow, and I'm still
That's
young.
a nap right there.
Whew. Telling you.
Did you have any dreams?
I had some really fucked up dreams the last couple of nights.
Oh?
Really? What were they?
Right?
Do tell.
I'm trying to remember the one. The one was, it was like I kept waking up it was early this morning. I kept waking up and it kept going back into it, but it was, okay, now you guys are going to laugh. Let me try to think about it. There was a gay couple, 2 gay guys who were cannibals. They were 2. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they were cannibals, and they had me in this house with them. And I was trying to get out, and every time I would try to get out, they would come after me. And I ran away to like a hospital, and I thought, cool, I'm safe here. Went in there, and everybody in the hospital had been killed with hypodermic needles.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
It sounds like real life.
Yeah, and so I ran out of there, and I'm running down the street, and I can tell they're behind me because crazy shit's happening. There was this car accident where I watched these people get killed, so I knew that they were like right there, and it was just a crazy dream, and I kept waking up or thinking that I was awake, and then went right back into it for like a few times. And I don't usually have dreams that are that weird very often, but Dave says to me, he goes, "What the hell did you have to eat last night before you came to bed?" I was like, "Nothing that you didn't." You know, it could have been that tequila rose I drank during the show. I don't know, but warning: don't drink tequila rose before going to bed.
Oh no, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it was one of those dreams. It wasn't so much odd; it was very disturbing. It was a very disturbing dream, you know.
Yeah, the more vivid they are, and if it's on an off kind of angle, you're spending your day like, that was very vivid, and what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, all day I've been kind of like, you know, thinking about it, going, that's really weird. First of all, it's weird that I even remember it for this long. You know, but it just the whole thing was, and I'm just scratching the surface of it, because there's, you know how you see it in your head, but you can't voice it, you can't put it into words. But it was just one of those just odd dreams. So yeah, I'm gonna take it that I'm not supposed to drink tequila rose before I go to bed anymore. We'll just leave it at that.
That's good advice anyway.
You know what? I never saw the point behind drinking tequila with milk in it anyway, like a milky type of substance.
Yeah, I know. Spitfire laughed at me. He's like, "You're drinking what?" And I was like, "He's talking about foo-foo drinks." Well, there's been a bottle here since I've been here. I got it a year ago when I moved in, and it's just been kind of sitting there. And there's probably a couple shots left of it. So obviously it hasn't been just sitting there. Okay, I got that. After I was saying it, I'm like, "What did that?" So there was only a little bit left, and I wanted to get rid of the bottle. I wanted to get it off the counter, so I decided to drink it last night. And but yeah, it's a pretty.
That's always the great justification. I know what you mean.
I had no clue supposed to get rid of empty bottles. I keep all of mine.
Well, no. I mean, I do. I'm going to keep the bottle.
No.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I just wanted to drink it. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I just wanted to drink it.
Oh no, I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you because I relate to it.
I fully support. How do you say it? Oh, responsible alcoholism.
Right.
Yes.
I may have a problem because I did drink it alone. Though, I mean, I was on the show, so you were all there with me. So, thank you for enabling me. I want to just tell you all that. Thank you.
Well, I look at it like this. I look at it as if, life's going to throw a lot at us, and there's a time for a controlled demolition, and that's where the tequila comes in for me, or the taking it to the next level. So,
yeah.
Everybody needs a little controlled demolition now and then. I'm going to take this apart. Tomorrow I'm going to hate myself, but at least for now, I get to check out and stay at home. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm home.
Right.
There you go.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to be careful because, drinking when you're doing a show can lead to trouble. I could definitely get involved in a train wreck. Like, I've been involved in a few with these guys, so.
It's okay.
Where alcohol wasn't even involved. Let's put that.
That's okay. I'm about to ask Aaron if he taught Eric Brazilian fellatio.
There you go. Awesome. Love it.
Brazilian fellatio?
Yes.
Fellatio.
Apparently, Eric is fluent in Brazilian fellatio. I want to know how Aaron knows this. First of all,
I think he was his teacher.
I probably was. Yes.
Well, I just feel so vanilla right now because I have no idea what even that is. So.
Don't feel bad because I didn't either until Eric said something
don't worry about it. We had to Google it.
I would be doing that right now if I didn't screw up my bandwidth. So you guys can tell me all about it.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. But let's just say,
no, sorry.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Right.
Use your imagination.
Wow.
And then here's Sue.
Oh yeah, well that's a dangerous thing sometimes.
My. Okay, so let's let it ring, yeah?
Do it.
All right.
And ask him if he has a tank braid too. That's another one.
A tank braid. Okay, that's funny.
Damien?
See, he's got a Google voice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. He doesn't know who I am.
I'm going to be quiet for a minute.
Oh, he's not answering.
Yeah.
Why not?
The Google subscriber you have called is not.
Oh.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Aaron, this is Damien. I have Maynard After Midnight. I was wondering if you could call me at 843-450-1413. I'd love to talk to you about the shows you did on Eric Wilkerson, and yeah, I mean those were funny as shit. So give me a call, will you? Okay, bye. I know his last name is Wilkerson,
dude.
but we're going to say Wilkerson because that's...
I was just going to say, that's not his last name, right?
I fucking know, but hey.
Isn't it Tally Wackerson?
Stuck a motherfucker in.
Tally Wackerson, yeah. Eric Tally Wackerson.
Tally Wackerson.
And no, that's not Jewish.
No, not Jewish. Come on.
It sounds a bit Irish.
It sounds like an Irish name. It's a good
Oh, it's an Irish name. Tally Wackerson. It's just so fun to see with the accent. Hi,
Right.
Mr. Tally Wackerson.
Tally
Welcome.
Wackerson.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of porter I would want going on a ship.
Personally, I think he should change his, I think Aaron should change his name to Richard Fitzwell, but hey, that's just my...
There you go. Oh, yeah.
That's funny as shit because my cousin's last name is Fitz.
Okay.
His name is Chris Fitz.
You can relate to that name.
Yeah. Yes.
It just took me back hearing the phone ring and we all got quiet. It reminded me of the days of when they first came out with Star 67. You guys remember Star 67? On the old rotary phones?
Yep.
And that was the day I realized that I could start recording my prank phone calls. because they can't call you back. They got Star 69, but you got Star 67. It was the great shield of high school entertainment.
Star 67 out trumps your Star 69.
That's right. There's a
Exactly. Boom, I got the winning hand. Now I get free entertainment as a high schooler. I'm going to prank phone call you and record it and pass these tapes around and have fun with my friends. It's like, yes, free entertainment on that old rotary phone in the hall.
Hours and hours of entertainment.
When you could actually slam a phone and people could, instead of pushing a button really, really angrily.
See, here's the thing. You actually can slam down a smartphone and they will get the idea once, maybe twice. After that, they won't even hear you because you fried your phone. Trust me, man. That's experience talking right there. Okay, let me tell you that.
Oh, man.
That's bad.
That's experience talking right there, guys. Yeah.
Well,
He heard
it's
it
good
once,
to know these things.
He might have heard it twice, but I know after that he didn't hear the other 12. That's for sure.
Right. Damn it!
Oh, good
My
grief.
speaker went out.
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
No, not this one. No.
Oh.
On the phone.
Dude, my whole phone went out. I cracked everything. I devoured my phone. It was awful. And then afterwards, of course, I calmed down and it's like, oh, I love you. Can you buy me a new phone?
So that's how it's done. I've got to make a note on that.
Yeah, note to self. Yeah. Oh, God.
Girl, and have a daddy that loves you.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's right. That's my daughter.
What the hell? Where did I go?
Where do we go now?
I don't know where I went. It's Swami Saguru.
Actually, Insanity, it's a short trip and I know how to get there. So follow me, guys.
Oh,
Onward!
There for a minute.
Follow Lori! Onward to the forest of insanity! Everyone, bring your shields and swords. We must pack through this madness. Onward!
God, I can't laugh anymore.
Put a scarf under your head.
There'll be no turning back or quitting.
I can't laugh anymore tonight.
It's all right. We didn't pack a lunch. That's why it's bad. Whee! Slash, slash. Shield,
Look,
shield.
I got
Slash,
some
slash.
mushroom. Let's eat them.
I have some jam in my pocket if anyone would like a snack. Would you like a spoonful of jam? It's free.
But do you
It's free.
have a flag?
Ooh, well, there are many flags we could use.
Flags. Do you have a flag?
I think I'll use my soiled sock as a flag. It sticks to the wall when I throw it, but don't tell anyone. I'd be embarrassed if they came over for dinner.
Can't breathe.
That's how I know to do laundry, with my work clothes at least. if I throw them against the wall and they stay there, it's like, yep, time to wash the work pants.
Oh, God.
If they fall down, it's like, oh, I got a couple more days.
A couple more days on those. Those are good. No, those are clean. Don't tell me to wash those.
Only the work pants, though, and the work clothes. The other stuff, I have to be respectable. I have to represent myself in the community toward parents with my kid and all that. But the work clothes, oh no, it's like, that's not the clothes I wear at Eddie's social gathering unless I want people to stay away from me, which can be a good thing to have on hand, by the way.
So you were at a parent-teacher meeting today, correct?
I was. Boy, was that entertaining.
Lucky you.
It makes me appreciate
whatsoever.
Makes me appreciate not working in large groups of, I don't know, emotional diarrhea is the only way I can explain it.
Oh my.
God. I mean, I think it would actually be more difficult to deal with the parents of these children than the actual children.
Thank you. And you just assessed the whole situation.
Yeah. I do remember my PTA days, and I would much rather go into a classroom full of kindergartners than into one of those meetings. Actually,
oh my God, Laura, you hit it on the head.
A classroom full of kindergartners after I fed them candy rather than go into one of those meetings.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I would even go so far as to give...
Yes.
Oh, I was just going to say, I would even go so far as I would go into a classroom full of kindergartners that have just been given espresso and a free puppy before I would going into a meeting with all the parents, because I can handle animals and I can handle children just because I don't bullshit them. It's just like, hey, the puppy's tired. Oh, the puppy needs to pee. The puppy needs to poop. Oh, the children need attention. Let's give them attention. The adults, forget it. It's like you throw that in the mix. You don't take my puppy outside. You don't give my kid enough attention. It's like, oh God, That's why I want to talk more about, hacking our way through the fourth madness.
They really actually needed a meeting on this. Like seriously, they couldn't just call the school and be like, hey,
oh dude,
can you assign a tutor to my kid, or teach them real math instead of Common Core shit?
Oh dude, I'll give you a little insight really quick. What some of the parents were upset about is they have a rainbow chart in the classroom with the children's names on clothespins, right? And if you act out, you drop down on the rainbow chart. You go from like green and blue down to red if you got to stop and just chill out. So that's how they kind of keep the classroom thing in order. Well, a lot of parents are saying, oh, well, I feel like you're shaming children for not, it's like, oh God, I mean. My school experience was like, no, there's no rainbow wheel or anything. There's names on the board with checks, and you're lucky if you have that. And I got a yardstick broke on me in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would get paddled. I got beat all the way through junior high. I don't believe in spanking at all, and that's the reason, because I'm not going to do the copy paste to my kid, because everything that went wrong with me, I want to give her the opposite.
Right.
It's like I've never spanked my kid, never yelled at my kid.
These are the same parents whose kids in Little League, and they push that everybody gets a trophy because they're all winners, right?
Exactly, and I have a big problem with that, because I feel like the most important thing you can experience in your life is what it feels like to fuck up really bad and lose,
Yeah, exactly.
And then say, it's all right you lost, because get used to it. That's going to happen more if you're actually someone who thinks. If you actually use your brain and think and go out there and take risks, you're going to fail. But you know what? That's not what we focus on. But it's an important experience to give the kids from day one. And that's where I don't agree with this. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's special. Fuck that. That's what ruins our culture. That's what ruins achievement. It ruins self-identity. It ruins having the balls to do something you shouldn't. And I just support all those things over everyone's equal and we're all like, and also they have this expectation of boys being like young girls, but there's different chemistry to young boys and young girls. The boys want to wiggle, they want to move around, they want to climb, and it's like you can't turn young men or young boys into a different expression, and I don't know. It's like a crazy thing going on.
You're absolutely right. And that's why we're finding the confusion when the kids get older, because they're not sure who they are anymore. because it's been so clouded and so muddied as to the difference between a little boy and a little girl.
Right.
Yeah. And what I look at is celebrating the differences in the genders. Anyhow, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Right. Boys are
For me,
boys,
at least.
girls are girls, and that's how they should be treated.
I like the ones where I can't remember where I saw it, but I think it was a meme, and it said it was a doctor and a nurse, and they just delivered a baby, and she said, "Is it a boy or just a girl?" And they said, "Well, we're just gonna wait till it gets old enough to they can decide."
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, really.
Like, what the hell is that?
Just when you think society can't go any lower on the food chain, we are definitely we're headed downward again.
Wow.
Here we go, bottom dropping out.
That's like going into delivering your child, and when they ask what the name is, be like, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till they grow up a little bit and see how they act.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
They're gonna pick their own name when they can read.
Wait till they're 10, they can pick their own name.
Right.
Yeah, and then they're like,
I want to be Princess Fiona Ogre.
Princess Fiona.
That's what she
did. What do you expect? She let her pick out her name when she was 4. You know, come on. We were all Princess Fiona at 4.
Personally, for us all to have individual freedom, you're not eligible to have a name till you can pick your own after you read Dickens. It's like, oh great, you know. When you can read Dickens' son, then you can pick your name. Until then, I'll just call you son. Or girl, you know, it's up to you. You'll pick your gender later too.
Yeah,
we'll figure all that out later.
Good.
We'll figure out if you're a girl or a boy after you can learn to read.
That's right. Until then, you can use the gender-free bathroom.
Oh, I'm getting going on that. Ooh, that is.
No, you want to tell me? Oh my God.
That's crossed into some serious uncharted water right now.
I know. And what does Bruce Springsteen think he's doing, like, by canceling a freaking show because
we are going to see an increase in the amount of sexual assaults, molestation of children. Did you see where the guy that was pushing it in the Carolinas is a registered sex offender?
Oh, really?
What did they tell you?
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, I'm
the guy that's the head of the bathroom issue, and I believe it's either North or South Carolina, one of the two, is a sex offender.
It's in North Carolina. North Carolina. Like, we're not having none of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of the colonization of the mind on what's acceptable, and you know, people will take about anything these days, it seems like. But when it comes to like not having an identity until you're figuring that out later in life, it's like, no, you should be born with an identity, healthily guided through it by mentors, you know, not left out in the cold and saying, I don't know who I am. Well, no wonder, no one ever told you who you were, and never taught you. You can learn who you are starting from day one if you're in a supportive environment. But the problem is we're so polluted now that nobody knows who the hell they are to teach anyone who the hell they are. So we're in, you're right, we're in uncharted waters there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it is. And I mean, I don't know how old your child is, but I mean, I have a 16-year-old who lives with her father in Miami. And here's the thing is, I can't really, I try to stay away from the whole sexuality kind of aspect when I do my stories and stuff, because I have 2 of my children that are, I have a son who's gay, who's going to be 31 at the end of the month, and then my 16-year-old daughter just told me that she's pansexual. What is pansexual? I have no idea what it even means.
Pansexual means that they aren't really attracted to people.
Oh, you did tell me that one time. I think we had this conversation, didn't we? Yes.
I have a friend who's pansexual, and they're just really not attracted to people like that. They like friends. They have friends and whatnot, but they're not attracted to people like that.
See, my daughter's gorgeous, and she's got three older brothers. 31. He's going to be 29 and 27. So, you know, when I thought she was a lesbian, I was like, oh, excellent. That nothing. I mean, as bad as it sounds, I thought, cool. There's some boy out there that's going to be able to survive because he's not going to be hunted down and killed by my 3 sons and her father. You know, but in the sense, you know, it's just I'm serious. I'm serious there. You know, but you know, it's crazy because I mean I see what society is doing to the children, and it just breaks my heart. It's so not like it was when I was a kid. Life was so simple back when I was a kid. It really was. Compared to now,
you ride your bike around, you go and hang out with friends, and you come home.
I stayed home until I had to be home when the street lights came on.
Yeah, exactly.
I would take off.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about being abducted. I didn't have to worry about crime. I didn't have to worry about anything like that. You know, I rode my bike all around town. We went swimming in the public pool. We went, you know, ice skating in the wintertime. I mean, and I stayed out. Like I said, I didn't have to be home until the streetlights came on, and I never was. I was out. I wasn't running the streets causing trouble, but I was having fun with my friends. Now, if my kid's gone out of my sight more than 10 minutes, I'm freaking out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. It's like the suppression of the truth for so long has led to many warped generations, and we're just we're witnessing the outcome of that in our short lives, you know. I mean, you suppress the truth long enough and make everything warped and program, and here we are, and now we got to worry about our kids. Which bathroom did they go in? There's 3 now. It's like, oh, great.
Yeah.
You know. And if you don't let them go in there, you know, or even the messages they get, if you don't let them go in there, then you could probably be taken to court and have your parental rights stripped, you know. Your child wants to be transgender, so you're not allowing them to be free, therefore we're going to strip your rights, and they're going to go into protective custody.
Sorry, you don't really have rights until you're 18, right? That's what they keep.
Well, technically, when you sign their birth certificate when they're born, you give over all your rights to your child to the government. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. If you research the UCC codes, you will find that the Social Security card and your birth certificate are very significant. And yes, when you, as a parent, when you sign your child's birth certificate, you are truthfully handing over custody or ownership of your child. That's the deed to your child.
Oh, well, guess who's not going to have a birth certificate or a security card?
Yeah.
Doesn't that tie in with maritime law rules as well as far as the exchange of goods? There you go.
Yeah, it's the birthing instead of it's the the birthing of a product, a BERTHING rather than the BIR. Through the water, same thing. Birthing, docking the boat in the water, delivering the baby out of the water. It's a very interesting topic.
There's a question. Can we rescind our Social Security number?
You know what? I don't. It's been a long time since I've studied this topic. I was really into the UCC codes about 2 or 3 years ago. I was going to take back my straw man, and I have my UCC 1 filled out, but I never did send it in because you have to make sure that it's completely filled out properly the first time because you don't ever get a second chance.
Really? It's kind of like Social Security then.
What's that?
It's kind of like Social Security. If you ever get Social Security and you lose Social Security...
Well, what you're essentially doing is you're telling them that they no longer have a say-so over you. You are a sovereign citizen, and you don't pay taxes, you don't do anything like that anymore. So you have to make sure that you do it properly the first time because you will be flagged. I mean, they will be after you for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I've never filed for taxes anyway. They probably hate me. So.
Right.
I mean, I file for the maximum in my job so that I can get all my money back, and I screw them by not filing.
Yeah, I mean, filing is a signed confession, pretty much.
It is.
Yeah, never file. Mm-hmm. As long as you never file in your entire lifetime, you're fine. Mm-hmm. That's what I was told when I was a young man. Never file for taxes, he said. And I never have. Never. Not even once.
Wow.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I've gotten suckered into it for the last I don't know how many years. But I mean, it's crazy because it's my money.
Exactly.
I'm filing taxes to get my money back.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I filed for the max dependents and.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Oliver. Please, sir, can I have some more? What was yours to begin with, you know?
Right.
Can I have some more? With the bowl at the window. Please.
Yeah.
Eat
Give
your
me my sweat and tears back, you know?
Right.
No, you can't. You have to file this first. Oh, well, here you go. I guess so this year, but
file this
who
in
knows?
triplicate, take it to the window over there, and I'll see what we can do.
I know.
Oh no, you're supposed to be at that window over there. I'm sorry.
Seriously.
Whoopsie. Now you have to start over.
Now you got the start over. You must be punished.
You have to come back every third Tuesday of every fourth Monday of every other leap year. So good luck with that.
Every fourth, but there's not 4 Mondays. Yeah, well, that's not. Hey, that's not our
Exactly.
problem. We don't write the rules.
No, we only enforce them.
Yeah, we don't write the rules. We just enforce them. Yeah.
We just tell you to go stand in the other line.
It's
End
like
of the
going
line.
to the DMV. Going to the DMV actually makes my ass twitch, just for the record. I swear to God.
The DMV is an illegal corporation other than for the use of commerce.
Right. You technically don't need a driver's license in the United States as long as the vehicle you're driving is not making any money. So it's not a freight hauler. It's not a taxi cab. If it's for your personal traveling between regions, you do not need any identification on that.
I was just asked the other day because I was offered a really fantastic job, and he asked if I had a driver's license. I told him no, and he's like, "Why not?" And I said, "Well, frankly, because I don't have to have one." And he's like, "Really? How's that?" And I told him, I broke it all down for him. I said, "Other than for the use of interstate commerce or commerce in general, you don't have to have a driver's license. You don't need one to."
It's what they've done is they put a price on our inalienable right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he asked why because I've never had a license. There's several things I've never done that you're supposed to do, and I've driven for since I was about 16, and I've never had a driver's license. They tried to take it away from me, and you can't take away something you don't fucking have. So.
Joke's on you! I don't have one.
Well, actually, you can. It's called debt.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Because I got a DUI several years ago. In 2008, I got a DUI, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna suspend your license." I'm like, "Good luck with that."
Good luck with that one.
Right? So.
Yeah, if you've never taken the test and never had the license, how can they suspend something that doesn't exist? That's a great point.
Yeah, that's a great argument that will probably stand up in court. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Right? And I still haven't gotten one.
Well, I would say, man, it's worked out for you so far. Keep riding with that and write a book about it, dude.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I've been pulled over, and I was given check this out: a failure to purchase a driver's license. That's what I was given: a ticket for failure to purchase a driver's license.
Well, you can't purchase what you don't have. What doesn't exist?
And they let me drive away.
Did they let you drive
What?
away? No.
They let you drive away? That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you just found the little crack in the giant dam that they're trying to stick their fingers in every day.
Yep.
Yep.
And the cop said if I wouldn't have been over, because I was a .088 the first time I blew, and I was a .084 the second time I blew. He says if you wouldn't have been over, I wouldn't take you in or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was all because I was speeding too. So.
Well, and I think the bigger part of that isn't necessarily our safety. It's they want to drive everyone home to watch more television, and the only way to do that is to make them afraid to go out and do things and meet in public. And I'm glad there's not people driving around drunk on the road, but they do that anyway.
Right.
But I think it's get them all home, get them scared to be out anywhere, and we'll just pump them full of television, and then we'll have them in another decade. We're good.
Yeah, and I've never been really afraid to do anything. Hell, I used to drive around with stuff in my trunk of my car that I should.
It's just stuff.
Yeah.
Prank
Yeah.
caller, prank caller. Who are you again? What
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I don't know what that stink is.
are you talking about?
That's just matter. It's just matter like everything else around us, right?
Yeah, it's just plant matter.
Organic matter.
That's
It
right.
just happens to smell. You know, one great trick I
Oh, it
always
just
learned
happens
back in
to
the
smell
South
really
was
bad. Like you could smell it as I was driving past you.
I know, right? Damn.
Yeah.
back in the olden days when I lived in the South, I would always look for roadkill that was a skunk. And yeah, that was always a godsend because you just throw it in a bag and toss it in your trunk, and as soon as you crack that bag open, they're like, "Oh, okay."
They're like, oh my God, why did you put that in your car?
It happened to me once, and I was like, "I'm glad I scooped that up." But it's insane, you know. You're out looking for roadkill. That's a specific species,
Right?
you know. And I'm like thinking to myself, "What has led me to this?" You know. I mean, even then, I was just like,
My
"Really?"
leg gone. I'm now looking for skunk roadkill.
I'm looking for skunk roadkill right now because if I crack the bag on that, they're going to be like, "Get the fuck out of here." Frankly, they're just going to be like, "Get the hell out of here." Well, officer, it was in the middle of the road, and I don't know who hit it,
Leave
but
there.
I didn't want anybody else to hit it because that would.
Want somebody else to hit it.
could this be what you smelled, officer? You know? Well, yeah, perhaps.
Oh my God! Yeah, they're not gonna run their dog through there with that. In.
No, fuck no.
It's gonna-
Dog's going to go nuts on that skunk. Dead animal. Only happened once, but glad I did it.
Funny.
That was in the days of smoking swag like Mexican brickweed in East Tennessee, but those days are long gone. So
Right? You don't have to deal with that in Oregon.
yeah, maybe I incriminated myself from 20 years ago, but good luck on the evidence on that case, people.
Right? Yeah.
The statute of limitation has run out on that.
Yeah, good luck combing through that, story.
Yeah, you're not even gonna find the car I was driving then.
Yeah, or the skunk, or what was in the trunk. So
Right?
good luck.
That's all gone. It was gone. Like I had a lot.
A lot.
I'm not even gonna lie. There was like pounds and pounds and pounds that I had. So, but it's all been smoked for a long time, or made into brownies or something. It's not there anymore. I guarantee.
It's not there anymore. Just so you know, it's not there.
But no, and the great part of that stuff was when you broke it open, these giant crystals that look like rock salt fell out. And it was pure THC crystals.
Like trichome, yeah. You got the crystal, yeah.
Yeah, giant trichromes. Yeah, it was awesome.
Was that like a brick thing? Like a really compacted brick thing?
No brick at all.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, these were Christmas trees.
No.
I was going to say, back in the day, if I broke open like a brick of Mexican swagweed with all the seeds and stems in it and trichomes fell out, I would have probably thought that I just met Jesus. And it would have been true. I would be, I believe, oh yes, I believe now. And that would have been it, I would have.
Yeah, for the record, I've never, that's one drug I've never done, so.
That's the only one that anyone should ever do. Except for Mississippi. No,
Wait,
joking.
what should no one ever do?
I've never smoked weed.
Oh, well,
Only
there's
one-
other ways to do it these days. Just take a trip to Oregon and you can eat it. You can do tincture, or you could,
No, I've never smoked. I mean, I've done edibles. I've eaten a brownie a couple of times, but yeah, that's Here's the thing. My drug of choice. I worked hard at staying awake. I didn't want to go to sleep, so let's just put it that
Maybe
way.
then works for you.
Let's just put it that way.
I got you.
We should go to a commercial.
Oh, one of our sponsors.
Oh, yeah, do it.
Right?
Oh, that's right. Dude, I can't wait to see it. But I want to hear it.
Okay. I have not done a video yet, but I have like rough done it. It's not like the greatest. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. People might find it a little funny.
I'm all ears, man.
Here we go. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Here's a word from our non-sponsors.
Our non-sponsors.
Yes. So we're gonna do this like Alex Jones style.
You mean we're gonna eat boner pills right now? Shit. I don't have any, man.
See? But it's not pills, it's powder. So.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah. Are you having trouble getting to sleep? I'm sorry. This probably won't help you. But if you're an over-the-road driver and a military industrial complex worker, an all-night waitress, a radio announcer, or just want to stay awake, this is the product for you. Spiffy. This revolutionary powder is the key to keeping millions awake today. This one package is enough to keep you going. Here are some testimonials.
I use Spiffy when I'm out collecting data and calling the government out on what they do. Now, you should use Spiffy.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh, he used too much Spiffy.
I guess it did.
Sorry, I just ate a boner pill. I think it was my fault.
Calling the government out on what they do. Now, you should use Spiffy too, because Spiffy is the all-natural, all-organic, all-homemade lab stuff that works. Thank you. Thank you, Spiffy.
Oh God, I don't think I can laugh anymore tonight. I swear. Oh my God, my cheeks hurt, guys. My cheeks hurt.
That means you've had a good day. As long as it's not the other cheeks, then that means you've had a bad day.
Right.
That's a very bad day.
That's a very, very bad day. So that was a word from our non-sponsor, Spiffy.
Oh, go. It sounds like my boss telling me what I'm supposed to do today. You know?
Testimonial.
Reminds me of what's his name? The squirrel. Oh God, what is his name?
It's not Chip and Dale. It's not those guys, right?
No. He's on the internet. I'll find him. Oh God.
That sounds like a quest.
Sounds like Foamy the squirrel. His name's Foamy.
Foamy? Is
Foamy,
he rabid?
No, well, I don't know. But yeah, Foamy the squirrel. He talks like that. It's pretty funny.
Sounds like a rabid squirrel.
Yeah, it's a rabbit squirrel. It's a squirrely squirrel. Feeling a little squirrely.
Is it still playing?
Brought to you by Made Everywhere, Then Home, Pharmaceutical Labs.
Pharmaceutical labs.
Made Everywhere, Then Home.
Made in your bathtub. Made in your local bathtub.
Right?
You got to put like the 2-paragraph disclaimer at the end. May cause anal bleeding. May cause you to fall over when you're walking. May cause you to fall out of the sky. May cause you to die. May cause you to find your car keys under your boot. May find you, you know, on and on.
Right? I had a whole list of those too. May
lose your car keys in your ass tonight if you take this medication.
May cause you to have explosive diarrhea.
Explosive diarrhea. Yeah, it's never good. Anything that causes explosive.
May cause you
It's bad enough it's diarrhea, but it's explosive diarrhea. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Your dick may fall off in the shower in the morning, but that's okay because you're on. Blah, 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 you know.
We've got a pill for that. We've got a pill for that. We can cure that.
Gee, I wonder why the water wasn't draining, but I just started taking it. I guess that That explains it.
They cause you to do things.
Well, they did warn me. Gosh golly.
I read the fine print. They warned you.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Relief of responsibility. Oh, yes. Oh, that's great, man. If you do a video of that, I gotta see it, and you gotta post it even in audio form, because I'd like to hear you do like
I
a
am gonna
dramatic reading.
collaborate and do some stuff, yeah, and put some video to it, and
It's spiffy, right?
Spiffy, yes.
Spiffy.
It is
Oh,
spiffy.
wow.
It is spiffy.
Spiffy will give you a stiffy.
Would you like to pleasure your wife for hours and hours? Use Spiffy.
Spiffy.
Bored with that same old clam bag you've been coming home to for 30 years? Well, take some spiffy. You know, you could go crazy with
You
it.
don't even care what she looks like anymore.
Yeah. It comes with a complimentary bag. Stay up all night. Pretend you're enjoying yourself with spiffy.
Pretend she's someone else.
That's awesome, dude.
I wish the audio on Hangouts was a lot better, because I would play you guys the Foamy the squirrel. Oh my God, he's forgot. I put the link up in the chat room for you guys to listen to. Foamy the squirrel is just absolutely freaking hilarious, and he does the one about the drugs, and it's really hard to understand. But once you understand once you can understand what he's saying, it's freaking hilarious. My son turned me on to him. Foamy the squirrel.
It reminds me, have you seen Charlie the Unicorn?
No.
Oh my God.
Check out Charlie the Unicorn, because, oh man, that's one I relate to. But if you appreciate the squirrel one, you got to check out Charlie the Unicorn, and there's different parts of it. And its genius and just its presentation, and I don't know, Laura, you'd appreciate that, I think.
If you really want to see something that's like totally fucked up, look up.
Always.
I just look in the mirror. That's what I do.
On the internet, there's several episodes. If you haven't seen Rats on Cocaine, you should really look at that.
Rats on cocaine.
Rats on Cocaine. It's like a demented cartoon.
There's also a spider on acid. Have you seen that one?
No.
Yes.
That's a good one. The spider on acid, where, yeah, and then they have the spider that was on coffee, and the spider that was on like crack cocaine, and it's hilarious. It's like a parody, and it's done like a nature video.
That guy that narrates that is freaking hilarious.
I know, huh?
He does a lot of those narration for the animals, and he's just freaking. I mean, I die laughing every time I hear him.
Wow. No, there's Rats on Cocaine, and then downstairs are the two gay gerbils who do opium. It's funny.
Oh God.
That sounds similar to the spider one, man. It must be the same. It might be the same people.
It might be. You never know.
That's what I always appreciate about Monty Python and their delivery. It's just very serious and very sounds like a real newscaster, and then they just go off and.
I'll take cake.
Yeah.
What's the other choice? Cake. Okay, I'll have cake.
Exactly. I was introducing my daughter, who's 7, to the Ministry of Silly Walks. So we were practicing our silly walks around the house after she saw that skit they do, where there's a government agency that tax money pays for silly walks, and the guy comes in and it's like, I think I have an idea, I have a silly walk I'd like you to review, and the whole skit's about that. It's genius. He's like, nope, not good enough. And then they order coffee, and the lady comes in and spills it everywhere because she's doing a silly walk. And
right?
Yeah. It's so true.
Well,
if we can laugh at the insanity.
Already, I can't believe that. Wow.
It's good stuff, man.
It is.
I needed this tonight. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me on, man, because I needed
No
to have like a
worries.
conversation like this.
No worries. It's a little different than the norm, and I think everyone actually needed some downtime and just something out of the normal context of what we usually do. You know, all seriousness and whatnot aside, I think sometimes everything gets to all of us, which is, you know, and I've been really super busy the last few days, and I haven't even been able to really listen to any shows or anything, and so let alone like do mine, and so I kind of, and I was asked yesterday to do a down show, you know, just something with some humor and just away from the norm. Blah! So
Totally. Well, and that's the thing is we can't forget to laugh along the way, because if we do that, then we've already had our humanity stolen from us. And I don't want to give those fuckers the satisfaction of making me so serious all the time.
if I went to D.C., I would stand in front of the Capitol building and laugh at the guys in ties.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I would do. I'd be like, look at your worthless job.
Well, the sad part is they'll never have a healthy gut laugh like we can.
Right.
And,
right. They're too busy arguing. And then they go argue with their wives. Poor guys.
We always have to find a way to stay human, you know, because everything that's at odds with us right now is wants to beat humanity out of us, being a conscious human being out of us, and laughing is the great way to say, you know what, I'm not going to take you seriously, and give the big middle finger to them, you know, taking over the narrative of our own humor, even, you know, screw that.
Right.
Over 160 million years ago.
Oh, what are we watching?
Oh, sorry, I put up a video in the chat room for you guys. This is the guy that narrates the animal, and I can't get it to play loud enough, but the
I heard it. I can turn up my volume.
Can you hear it? Let me see if I can share it.
I heard it briefly for a second.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can share it with you. I mean, let's see. This guy's just freaking hilarious.
I turn up my volume. Can you hear it better?
Hold on a second. Let's do this.
I put up Charlie the Unicorn for you there too, Lori.
See, it's not playing loud. I don't know why.
On your screen. Dang it.
Marsupials. Marsupials. Is this really the best shot?
Can you hear him?
Is that really the best shot they could do? With kangaroos, spread legs. Is that like a kangaroo toe?
And then if you ever see the pictures of Walmart, you see the elephant toe, and you're like, wow, I've seen too much.
Oh my goodness.
Some things cannot be unseen, I'm telling you.
I know, huh?
Yeah, I can't get my volume to work. I'd have to restart my computer, and we're like, I don't want to do that.
That just brings back bad memories from the Fresno Zoo. Because there was a camel, I swear to God, there was a camel, and he was like laying there, and he looked like he had this giant growth, and I'm like, Mom, what is that? She's like, it's his balls, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I was so embarrassed.
There's always going to be that.
I'm not joking either. That's like real.
There's always that one animal at the zoo that when you take the kids, you're looking at your spouse going, really? Do we have to walk by this cage right now? You know, Mommy, why does he got his? What's he doing with his hand, Mommy? You know, as you're walking by the monkeys and they're jerking off, you're like, oh, great.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. It's always the monkey cage.
What is he doing? I'm like, right, keep walking. Just keep walking.
Or you could make the lesson about, you know, I think we can do better than them. What do you think?
What do you say?
Yeah.
That would be so funny. You just whip it out and be like, look, mine's bigger than yours, monkey.
Right. So we had the experience at the monkey cage, so we're like, okay, we're going to go someplace safe. We're going to go over to the rhino cave, the rhino exhibit, right? Mommy, what's he dragging on the ground? Oh, my God, keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. What the hell is it? Sex in the City at the fucking zoo today?
Yeah.
No, it's Sex and the City.
And the city, right?
Well, that's when you say, oh, actually, sweetie, this is the rhino plow. It plows the fields when it wanders around. That's how farmers used to eat in the old days.
We walk away and my husband comes over, he whispers in my ear, he goes, that was really impressive.
Yeah. He probably left his underwear on for 2 weeks after that, huh?
Oh, God. Yeah.
After that, he showered. Don't come in here. Don't come in here.
Don't go to the zoo in the spring. Don't go to the zoo in the spring because that's when they all get frisky and everything's happening there.
Right.
You should celebrate that. It's like Animal Fuck Fest at the zoo. Bring your children. You know.
Come on
down.
bring your children. Half price off on Saturdays. You know. God.
Animals fucking live. You know. Why not? Big neon sign. Springtime at the zoo. Woo-hoo.
Animals.
Zebra, cocker against its own stomach.
What happens when a horny zebra gets up behind the rhinoceros? Oh, not good for the zebra. You know? Come down. You know, they would sell way more tickets to the zoo if they sold it like that. You know? See a horny elephant. Try to mount an ostrich. Come on down. You know, it's like, I mean, that's the animal kingdom. You know.
I'll never forget when he's like, Mommy, what's he dragging? I was like, just keep walking.
That's his second tail, honey.
Gotta get behind the mule in
That's
the
his
morning
front
and
tail.
plow. Oh my God. Yeah,
Didn't
that'd
you?
be great.
They have two tails, honey.
No, this wasn't it. No.
His tail is broken. It grew down below. I don't know what.
You've got a deformity. Don't laugh.
Don't stare. Don't stare at it. Don't stare at him and don't point and laugh.
See, I see a way out of this. You just dip.
You'll make him feel inadequate.
All you got to do is dip the rhinoceros dick in honey and put some seeds on it, and then just set him loose. And then you don't even have to get out of bed as a farmer. You just smack his ass and say, "Have a good day, son." Just keep that boner going, and you'll plant this. You know, you're done. You know?
No, he drags it across an anthill.
Oh, God.
Now that's organic. That's organic innovation right there.
That's organic farming at its best, utilizing all of the animal.
That's
Yeah,
right.
fuck MacGyver. It's like, give me a rhino, some honey, and some seeds, and I'll plant this crop for you.
You might have put animals on a shoot, Noah, but did you make them plant shit? No.
With their cock? No.
Nope.
Never done that. I can
Yeah.
truthfully go on the record and say I've never done that.
Yeah, it'd be great, man. Yeah, those horses and rhinos, man, they like springtime, that's for sure.
Oh God, yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. That you know, I again another very emotional trip to the zoo because by the time I was exhausted. I'm trying to walking around with my kids all day going, really? Seriously? Look at them.
Couldn't we have picked a different day?
Mommy, what is it? Never mind, just keep walking. If I had $1 for every cage we went by going, just keep walking.
We didn't get to see any animals today, Mommy.
No, but in a few weeks there'll be some more babies there, I'm sure.
Mommy, why did the monkey throw poo on me? Well, sweetie, he doesn't like living in a cage. Oh, okay.
Oh, and by the way, that wasn't poo, okay?
Not in the springtime, it isn't. Why is the monkey throwing Elmer's glue on me? No, do I really have to go there?
It's something about Mary Day at the zoo.
Unclean at the zoo.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Unclean Day at the zoo, where you can bring your children to file past the monkey cage and have Elmer's glue tossed at them.
Right?
The gift of nature. Yeah,
Why
I
does
mean,
the
pretty
food
much.
look like milk, Mommy?
And actually, it's Elmer's glue because they want you to make a pretty picture when we get home of this experience. You know, don't forget to touch your.
Picture for my psychiatrist. Show me where the animals touched you, honey. Show me where they touched you.
But why do they throw Elmer's glue and no construction paper or scissors? Well, sweetie, that's the mystery of Jesus. You know?
Where's the macaroni?
Oh my God.
Oh, that was great.
Oh God. For our next we're gonna take a short intermission for our next skit.
It's like it's the Fun Zoo improv group, right?
It was funny because I was talking to Eric after the show today, and he said, he goes, when we have shows that we laugh like this, he goes, it's going to be kind of hard for the FBI to try to pin it on us that we're alternative media.
Well, all I can hope for is this is all being put into its transcript right now by some bored asshole at a desk. Like, really? I gotta type this shit? You know? That's why I always like to jump around on topics. Like some poor bored guy with hemorrhoids that's eating, cheese and bread. It's like, dude, wake up. Stop eating cheese and bread sitting on your ass all day. And typing this into a computer and saying, really? I've got to type what these assholes say? Hating us more than the actual establishment,
Yes, you shit-brain FBI agent.
That's right. That's so funny.
Yeah,
He goes, they would really, the last couple of shows, Lori, they would really have a hard time pinning it on us that we are alternative media. I was like, well, that's true.
Definitely alternative, talking about the zoo.
We're definitely alternative. It's questionable.
Right?
We're like the alternative to the alternative to the alternative at this point. Yeah, we could be like alternative 3X, X3, something like that. That's what we should be. Alternative X3. Wow, this is really out there. Elmer's glue and monkeys. And being the government. And being a sovereign citizen all in one conversation.
All in one show. What other place do you go to get all of those in one show? Really, seriously.
Now, if we can move on to fisting, we'll have everything covered, But
if you would have let me continue the zoo story.
I know, huh?
Didn't they have that one show, The Monkey's Fist or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that was The Monkey's Paw. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. I'm serious, guys. My cheeks are so sore today from laughing. I've been literally laughing since 9 o'clock. It's amazing. This
you rub some Tiger's Balm maybe on them? I'm just kidding.
Tiger's Balm, did you say? What?
Tiger Balm.
It's Tiger Balm. It's just for sore muscles. I was just being silly. Imagine that.
Where does it really come from?
Right?
Well, next show, where does Tiger Balm really come from?
67 in the chat room. He goes, no, they'll be like trying to decode what you guys are saying to unravel your terrorist plot.
That's
seriously.
Right.
Yeah, our entire conversation is coded. We've put out an entire message today, but do you guys know what it is?
All the monkey paw stuff is all about BLM taking over BLM, not the BLM, but BLM.
Right.
White House.
If you run
God.
this conversation through the transcripts, and then you compare all the letters to the Fibonacci sequence, then you'll find the truth of what we actually been saying.
That's right. But you have to run
Actually,
it
no. I'm gonna give you guys the secret. If you play it backwards.
That's right. Wait, no,
Wow, I went into a Russian thing. That was weird. I try to go backwards and I go Russian. What the hell's that, you know? Where the hell did that come from?
no.
You channeled your Russian side right there.
I know, huh? I guess it was the weird way it sounds. Reminds me of Russian when you play something backwards. It sounds like Russian. I don't know why.
I know a little bit, huh?
It
Oh,
does,
those sneaky bastards there.
Snitch.
huh?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna be doing that all night.
I just
Wait till my neighbor sees me doing that naked on the porch drinking coffee in the morning. Yeah, oh great, yeah, the fucker still lives here. You know, it's what they're gonna be saying about me.
They'll be like,
No, I get along with my neighbors. Just kidding. They'll be like, I love you as a neighbor. It's like, I love you too, man. Yep, what, beep, yep, what. You know, that's what I'll be doing. Who needs cable with you as a neighbor? That's right. I don't need cable either. I only need like random, you know, alternative X3 chat rooms and shows I can rant on every now and then.
I can roll on.
that's right. Backwards says 3x.
Oh God.
Alternative X3. Are you ready?
Alter.
Oh God. Well, where do we go from here now? What's the
I know,
score? Let's get down to brass tacks.
That's what we asked it on Spitfire. We're like, where do we go from here? It has to be up because we couldn't get any lower tonight.
Never liked brass tacks, by the way.
Brass tacks, those, I mean, those have
Yeah,
got
they
to hurt.
hurt when you sit on them.
Yeah, I was going to say, those have got to hurt. I don't want to get down on any brass anything.
Well, I could quote some, you know, I could read some Dickens for us all and level things about it. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
I
Welcome
think
to the 3X edition of, what is it, Sci-Fi Theater 2000.
Well, I want to write a book called How to Fist Your Pigeon. That's what I'm doing. And you have to be very, very careful. No, if it's your favorite pigeon, you must be very careful. Very careful. You cannot just go blindly into fisting pigeons. No.
You just can't go off willy-nilly.
Sorry, I had to throw it in there because I said before if we didn't bring that in, then we wouldn't have covered everything. So
that's right.
it just had to happen. But,
Oh, God. We've covered the whole spectrum.
Thumbing your mouse.
And you're going to have to put a disclaimer on this one tonight. It's going to have to be a PG, an R rating, and they're going to have to fill out all the paperwork to make sure that they're over 18 to come in and watch.
FBI agents with your virgin ears.
Good God.
Just say no, FBI agents.
Just say no. Just say no.
Just say no to insanity.
If anybody's listening to us, I mean, not the people in the chat room, because you're crazy like we are anyways, but I'm talking about, you know, the FBI or anything, and we've got to be making their ears bleed. I mean, every single show we do, they've just got to be like, oh, my God. You know, when they go into work, they're like, what is our assignment today? Oh, my God, I've got these guys again. You're not going to make me listen to these guys again all day, are you? You know, it's like, oh.
If you don't want to listen to us, go over to your partner and ask him what Brazilian fellatio is.
Right. If you don't want to listen, you think it's bad listening to us, you could have pulled the short straw and gotten chaos, okay?
Right? Hello?
Well, all this conversation is going to do is lead that person at the NSA typing it all out to smoke weed, so that's the great thing about it. They're going to be like, you know what, I never puffed, but after typing this, I got to go puff.
They do coke.
Right, they got the good shit. Okay, I just tell you that.
See?
Yep.
Coke.
Yeah, I started coke once. I got the ice cubes caught in my nose. It was terrible.
I know, I hate bubbles.
It was horrible. Oh. Horrible. So I almost got. Speaking of coke and other things, I almost got kicked off of a Greyhound bus once because I you know, I have a sarcastic sense of humor at times, and
No.
yeah, I do. And I was going from Phoenix to Miami on a bus. Now, whoever thought it was a good idea to go across Texas, because Texas, I was in it for, I swear to God, I was in it for 14 days trying to get across it.
No, it's like 15 million miles long, huh? Fuck it. I mean, I love Texas, but
I'm like, day,
riding
I'm
a
writing in my
bus.
journal, day 16, still, you know, like really. But anyway, so I've gone, you know, I've been on this bus for several hours, got to know everybody around me. We're all joking around, laughing, and we get a new bus driver, and she feels that she's got to do her job, and she's got to go through the whole spiel again.
No smoking, no drinking
Yeah.
alcoholic
It's like,
beverages.
what shit, we've been on this bus. You're new here, not us. You're the newbie. We should be telling you the rules, okay?
Yeah. No
Goes
talking
through
to us like we're little kids.
right. And I
Bottling
jokingly, I turn around and I say to everybody, and that means you can't go to the bathroom and sniff and snort any weed.
Snort weed.
Snort weed. I mean, you know, it was kind of funny. Oh, she didn't have a sense of humor. I almost got kicked off the bus in Texas. I'm like, I don't even know where I am in Texas. What are you talking about? You know? But yeah, I had to beg for mercy and apologize to everybody on there for my lack of sense of humor, which everybody thought was hilarious except for her. But yeah.
Don't go back there chopping any weed up and snorting.
Yeah, don't be over there chopping no weed up and snorting it in the bathroom, folks. That's just that's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Man. Bus stations, I've always gotten the vibe from bus stations. It's like if you want to go to the halls of desperation, just ride a bus. And I spend a lot of time riding Greyhound all over the place. And it's like the halls of desperation. And
shit, it was always a party for me. Oh.
They don't put the bus stations in like high class parts of town.
No, the Greyhound bus is party central. If you want to go to a party, get on a Greyhound bus and ride with the same people across 5 states. I'm telling you.
yeah.
I had a good time. I mean, it was long. It was just tedious. It was, you know.
Always wanting to smoke weed. Always drinking on something. Oh, I mean.
Oh man, you were in the back of the bus, weren't you? You were the guy in the back of the bus.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. See, I was the good girl that sat in the front.
No, fuck that.
I was always at the back.
I was always the good girl that sat behind the driver and behaved myself.
Oh no, fuck that.
Yeah. I didn't rebel until I was 30. When I turned 30, that's when I got my first tattoo. That's when I started using drugs. That's when I started going rebelling, and yeah, that's when I really I rebelled at 30. So I was a late bloomer.
It's okay. At least you bloomed.
I did bloom. I bloomed, all right. Oh, did I bloom? But yeah.
Now, when you ride the Greyhound, sit in the back of the bus, get to know everybody.
Oh yeah, I'll be going right straight to the back.
Only that one seat. Make sure it's next to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I decided that I'm
When the
going
guy
to
gets
take
on,
a really big seat in the back, the really big one, because you know that's the cool seat, because you can put your legs out on it and you. Yeah, that's my seat
I
from
have
now.
stuff back there too.
Yeah.
Nobody
I
can.
met a lot of great people riding buses too, and it was always like toss of the dice, like anything. Sitting on a bus is like throwing the dice at a casino. It's just you never know what you're gonna get.
Unless you're riding all the way across the U.S., and then some point you're gonna get the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Never is a
Like, I swear to God, like one person got off at the first stop in Chicago, and this is no lie.
Physically?
Like one person,
Sorry.
and
Had to
the
go.
bus was entirely full. Every seat was taken except for the one seat next to me. This guy gets on. He has a bag full of weed, and he's all of it before we got to the second stop in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was a score, huh?
It was great because we all got off the bus at the second stop and like a 2-hour layover, so we went for a walk.
Yeah, see,
I
I'd be
would've
afraid
ridden
I'm
those-
going to find my way back. That's always my fear. She wanders off too far, man.
Not that far, but I rolled a joint in the bathroom at the second stop in Chicago, and there's fucking cops everywhere. And I'm like in the bathroom, and this stuff stinks to high heaven, and I'm like, please don't. Oh,
Oh, I could tell you some stories.
there are dogs and everything out there. The thing people don't know, though, I'll tell you something about police dogs. If you don't know anything about police or police dogs or anything like that, police dogs only search when they're told to search. So it doesn't matter if you're carrying a pound of weed on you. If they aren't telling the dogs to search, they're not looking for it.
Yeah.
Ah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You have to be singled out before they're put into their training. And if you're singled out and then they search, then you got something to worry about. If you can blend in before the search, then it's just like you're just wandering through the fucking building. They don't care.
Yeah, I had no problems. I mean, I was just in military garb, so.
I was working in Phoenix for at the county hospital, and I was an independent. I was an independent auditor at the time. They were having problems getting their the research for the hospital, so we had to go in and we had to make sure that things were in order as far as patient charts and stuff like that. I was there for a good 6 months, and on the 4th floor of the hospital was where the inmates were. So when you went in there, you had to go through a metal detector, and there was guards and sheriffs all over the place.
Fun.
And so I used to think that was fun to get high in the bathroom while they were all like 30 feet away from me, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll get high this morning. Yeah. People are like, you're absolutely crazy. I'm like, why? I was, they didn't know what I was doing. Well, maybe they didn't know what I was doing in the bathroom, but yeah.
That's a rush, isn't it?
Huh?
That's a rush, isn't it?
Oh, it was a total rush. Seriously, it was. I used to get a kick out of it every day, laughing at these guys because they're like, "You guys think you're so cool. I just got high in your bathroom."
I could totally relate to that. One thing I used to do for kicks in the South. Remember those stores, Piggly Wiggly? I don't know if you ever heard of Piggly Wiggly.
I've heard of them. I don't know what they're. I mean, yeah.
It's the South. It's like a grocery store.
Yeah.
Closed it.
When they started carrying champagne, I used to go and take a champagne bottle into the bathroom, and I would chug that fucker and then stuff it in the ceiling and then just walk out. That was my rush.
I never thought of that.
Chugging champagne in the Piggly Wiggly bathroom. It doesn't get any better than that.
Better than that. Champagne never tastes so good.
I used to go to Walmart, and when they started selling beer,
that's funny.
I'd go to the beer cooler just for kicks as a kid, and get like a sixer and go back to the lawn and garden section where all the demo grills are, and I would chug a couple beers, and my friend would chug a couple. We'd put the empty 6-pack in the demo grill, close the door, and go buy a loaf of bread and leave. It's like
That's funny.
that was fun. That was fun times, ripping off Walmart. But I always had a rule as a thief. I only steal from corporations. I've never stole from an individual my whole life, and I never got caught. So
exactly.
That's my ethics.
That's right.
Well,
my friend.
I did steal from people, but I never stole from people I liked. I only stole
from people I liked.
I didn't. I only.
That's a good rule of thumb too.
And I didn't let them know that I hated them before I stole their shit. And yeah. And I did steal from stores, but I wasn't like that covert thief. Like, I did it right fucking in front of them, and they didn't even know it. Because I was talking to them, doing a candy bar at the counter while I was talking to them. So I didn't really...
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to head to bed. I'm tired. I have to get up early in the morning. Dave's secretary is going to be coming to do paperwork, so...
Yes, I think I'm going to sign off to
bid you a night.
Cool.
Thank you,
it's
everybody,
been a pleasure as always.
Of us. Woohoo! The magic number.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure as always.
I
love you guys.
It's the 13th, and 13 people are watching, and we have. Yeah, right. 13.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. It was written in the stars.
It was written.
I will say. Thanks for having me on. If I offended anyone by being perverse or gross, then sorry. But I like to have fun too.
Absolutely. I would say that I'm sorry.
In the audience, please just laugh.
Yeah. Definitely. We're human. We like to have fun too.
Right. So to all of those viewers that are going to view this later, because actually, and I'm extremely surprised at how many views that I get sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
I've been noticing they're gradually going up, and that's a good thing because we're getting noticed. So,
yeah,
it's a good.
I mean, I never even thought that I'd have 100 viewers, let alone 100 views. So
yeah.
I'm so happy with the outcome of everything, and I'm glad that it keeps climbing. And so this is from me as a channel host to all of you watching. Thank you so very much for watching. And I know sometimes my videos are extremely long, so I apologize for that sometimes, but not always. And we just wanted to have some fun tonight. I wanted to have a little fun and turn away from the seriousness of everything going on, because it's going to take that too, And that's not to say that what we do isn't serious, because it really is. And in all actuality, it needs to be said. The things that we say need to be said.
And shit's going to hit the fan any day now, and if we don't take advantage of each and every free moment that we have to have fun and laugh, it might be our last chance.
And I would say, and I would definitely say, pay very, very, very extremely close attention to Washington, D.C. and to what's going on in Washington, D.C. Not just that fake protest. I'm saying watch the metro system, because that's where it's going to happen.
Yes.
I know that's where it's going to happen.
Yes.
So, and it may happen while that protest is there, so that they can blame it on something. So,
absolutely.
And I'm
keep your eyes open. Stay vigilant. We got Cubby there tomorrow. Cubby's going to be on.
Thank you for coming, and peace.
Peace out,
Take
guys.
care. Thanks again, Damien. Good night, Lori.
Good night, sweetheart. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.